You gotta love when you start to get into about mid-October. And why is that? It's because the weather is beautiful. It's fire pit season. And you get these fronts that just start putting the water temperatures, well, in the sweet spot. What is the sweet spot? Well, here on the west coast of Florida, the sweet spot typically is somewhere between the high 60s, 68, 69, and about, I'm gonna say 73, 74 degrees. That's where all fish are in play. So I'm going to be targeting places that are extremely shallow, where I can sight fish, because we're gonna have some of these bluebird days. And then there's going to be times where I'm probably going to have to fish post front in a little bit deeper, faster moving areas where there's a little bit of current in these creeks. But because we have so much limestone and long kelp grass here in the Nature Coast and Big Bend area, I've got to find a way to beat that. And so do you if you live where there's heavy turtle grass and stuff. So how do you Texas rig effectively and be able to fish both shallow and deep? Well, I've got a remedy for you, because I got a piece of terminal tackle that's going to really, well, open your eyes. And once you see it, it's going to make sense, and it makes rigging Z-Man really easy. Let's go up to the boat and look at it. This episode of FlatsClass YouTube is brought to you by Aquatraction, your go-to solution for advanced marine flooring. All right, we're talking mid-October, and I'm starting to get the first few fronts here, like I led up to in the intro, where that water temperature is getting just about perfect, low 70s. And it'll still stay perfect even if it dips into the 60s just a bit. But those low 70s are fantastic. So I've got my snook in the creeks, probably checking up in the deeper potholes or in the creek bends and the deeper runs. And then I've got my redfish that are pushing all over the flats that are out in front of those creeks. And then I've got my speckled trout basically anywhere from the deeper little creek mouths to some of the runouts that you'll have off the flats. So I've got some varied depth there. So I'm gonna have depths anywhere from maybe 4 to 6 feet on the deep side to as shallow as fishing 1.5 feet, 2 foot. But 1.5 feet is pretty safe to assume this time of year, since the water temperature is perfect. It's not super chill right now, but it's not super hot either, which is the good thing. So how are you gonna fish this stuff when I've got to negotiate, especially with my clients, I've got to negotiate some hard rocky limestone bottom, and then I've also got to deal with some of the longer kelp grass that grows up. And when I say this kelp grass, it's like pepper grass. This stuff grows way off the bottom, 2.5, sometimes 3.5 feet tall. And it interferes with a lot of open jig head presentations at times, especially when I'm trying to fish a little slower. And just give me the ability to fish a little slower or faster, no matter what. So here's what I've got. I've got 2 rigging systems, and one of the biggest pains with some of the Elastec material that Z-Man produces is, I'm going to open up a bag here, is it the one property it has is it's stretchy, and it's not. It actually makes it a great material because it's so resilient to being beat up by nuisance fish, and it absorbs scent very well. This is a scented jerk shad. This is the Creole croaker. Looks a lot like a pilchard or a mullet. But many of us have trouble rigging these baits. So I have found two hooks that I love, and of course Z-Man produces it. One is the chin locks that you can see right there. This has got that horizontal fall. It's going to work better in those shallow zones. It's going to give this bait a horizontal fall. And then the one that I really like a lot, and this is head weighted. This is the new Pro Bullets. So it still has that little node there that gives me the keeper, but you'll notice that the line tie on this head is integrated in with the head itself. So you don't have that little notch there that catches all the grass or gets hung up. The way you rig this to make it ultra weedless is you're gonna put it right in the head of the bait there, and you're gonna pull it out the chin, and then you're gonna slide it up. Now, one of the nice things about the Z-Man product is you're able to slide it, and it doesn't have a bad memory. Put it right there in the belly, push down, just like that. It's perfectly rigged, perfectly straight, perfectly rigged. It'll dart back and forth. This one, the way it's gonna work, because the ElaZtech is buoyant, it's gonna sit there on the bottom, and that tail is gonna be bumping along the bottom. So I can use this in faster moving water. I can use it in deeper water. That's why the Pro Bullets is really handy. And this time of year, moving the bait quickly is not necessarily a bad deal. Now, if I wanna rig something where I can work the bait a little slower, like right after the front, get great results, or sight fish a little bit more where I don't have to twitch as hard, I can be more patient with it, I rig it on my chin locks. Slide it over the belly weight, same thing, right there at the keeper. Push down. This is how fast this rigs. No twist lock stuff, nothing like that. Look how simple, look how straight it is. Works perfectly. These two techniques, I'm telling you right now, are impossible to beat if you're a big Z-Man fan like myself. They rig the bait straight, they give them the most action, okay? And you can fish shallow or you can fish deep. And they've got various sizes in both hook gap size and weights for these, so that you have a lot of depth control. All right, let's get back to that firewood here next. It is definitely that time of year. I just love it. I love sitting here at the fire pit in the evening time, making a few calls to clients saying, listen, they're biting good, we need to go. So if you're learning stuff, if this little tip here really helped you out, it's gonna save you time rigging some of the Z-Man ElaZtech products. If it's gonna do that, use it. And give me that thumbs up and subscribe. I want you to tell all your friends. It's my job to help you be a better inshore angler. And if you're looking for any of those products, like the Z-Man Pro Bullets, the Z-Man Chin Locks hooks, that terminal tackle that is gonna make your life a lot easier rigging Z-Man, if you can't find it at your local retailer, go to sodiumusa.com. If you go to sodiumusa.com, they're an online inshore saltwater dealer, and they'll have it. You won't have to look. Even if you want some of these cool tackle stuff that I have, like from BUZBE, go there, you'll find it there. Sometimes it's really hard to find at home, but you'll find it there. All right, till next time, Captain CA, well, back to chopping firewood.